Hi, my name is Steve Bowler, and in this video I'm going to be configuring time-based access control lists. And what we're going to do here is we're going to set up the ACL on router 2. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to show here how you can use an access control list based on you can block people or permit or deny traffic based on a certain time frame. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead here and we'll first do a basic example of a time-based ACL. Then we'll go into a little more advanced configuration. So what we'll do first is we'll make sure we have our routing up. As you can see here in the topology, we have a loopback on router 1 is 1.1.1.1/32. Then we have the networks from router 2 to router 1 and router 3. The network to router 1 from router 2 is 12 network, and the network from router 2 to router 3 is the 23 network. Also, we have a loopback on router 3, which is 3.3.3.3/32. And so what we'll be doing here is we'll be using the telnet command on router 1, trying to get to the loopback on router 3, and we'll source it from our loopback. So what we're going to see here is that you can use the telnet option within the Cisco iOS to actually practice your time-based ACLs, or for that case any extended access control list. You can use you can use the Cisco iOS telnet feature to specify what port you want to connect on. So in this case, if I do on router 1, I do a show IP route. You can see here that I have an adjacency to router 2, and I'm learning the EIGRP networks behind router 2, which is the 23 network and the 3 network. So if I ping router 3's loopback, I am successful. So what I can do here is just show you a basic example using the telnet command. Actually, let's go to router 3 real fast. We'll set up the username Cisco, and we'll do a password of, we'll just do username admin, username admin, and the password we're going to do Cisco. So that's what we have going on right now. We just created the user on router 3. Okay, now that we got the user created on router 3, let's go to router 1 and see if we can telnet over. As you can see, it's still not letting me. It's because on router 3 we didn't set the VTY lines. So we'll go here and we'll do a line VTY 0. It's at 903, and we'll do login local. And now if I go back to router 1, as you can see now it's prompting me for a username, so I'm going to put an admin, password is Cisco, and here I am at router 3. So as you can see, the telnet connection worked. Also, what you can do here is do a telnet and then question mark. Here you can see I can telnet using different ports. Also, I can telnet using the source interface command, so I can source my telnet. So we'll be using this later on in the video. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and set up an ACL on router 2, and that ACL is going to be inbound into router 2. And what we're going to do is come here to router 2, do IP access list extended, because you have to create an extended access list for time-based ACL. What we're going to do here is name it something generic. We'll just name it like R1 to R2. So basically meaning traffic from R1 into R2. And because we're going to apply it again, we're going to apply it inbound on fast user net 00 on router 2. So again, what we want to do is go to router 2 here, access list extended, R1 to R2, and then here we're going to, first what we want to do is, since we're going to be using an ACL inbound, what we want to do is permit UDP from any to any equal to, I'm sorry, not permit